show a tiny sampling of the 400-year production of this show. The show is one of the most performed and read and loved and hated plays ever, but especially in Shakespeare's work. It's been performed by all walks of life, from amateur to professional to English class readers theater, and including in this room before. This is Rhodes Dining Hall. This is where the Bryn Shakespeare Performance Troupe performed Hamlet 4 years ago. There were people standing right here and saying, to be or not to be, that is the question. And that's crazy when you think about it. I did think about it a lot. I thought about it a lot. And I got to thinking about what that means to say the same words over and over again, and to say them night after night after night, year after year after year, and to re-embody them in that way. And I got to thinking about what it would be like if you were doing that, and you knew, if you were a character in Hamlet, and you knew how it was going to end, and you still had to show up and put on a good show. There is a tradition of performing Hamlet. I mean, like, look around you. There is a tradition of performing Hamlet, and it's a tradition of performances, and I am incredibly humbled and thrilled and amazed every time I remember that I get to take my swing at this tradition. But it's a tradition that I get to take part in, and my actors do, but I also want to remind you that it's also a tradition of audience. The role of audience, there can't be Hamlet without people watching it. We can stand up here and say, to be or not to be, that is the question all night, but it's not Hamlet unless there are people to see it. That's what makes it a performance. So as long as we have been putting on Hamlet for the past 400-odd years, there have also been audience members. So tonight, you guys get to join that tradition. You get to play the role of audience at Hamlet, which is a role that has been played for a very long time. There will be actors moving throughout this whole space. This whole room is our stage tonight, and there are extra people in here tonight. So I want to remind you all that actors will be moving between the tables and in the back rows, and especially if you're in those back rows, if you could really try to stay at your tables and leave the aisles as free as you can. Obviously, we want you to be able to see the show, but we also want to thank you all for scooting around like this. We also want to keep our actors safe. They got to walk through tiny little passages and huge skirts, and it's quite hard, and I applaud them for it every night. There will be loud noises. There will be fake blood. This is the tragedy of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Everyone dies in the end. This is Hamlet. Hamlet is going to kill Claudius, and then depending on how you count, the rest of them are all going to kill each other or kill themselves. Alright, so. Now you all know how it ends. And with that, you get to join me in the incredible pleasure of playing audience at closing night of the tragedy of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Thank you.
sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial interest to our warlike state, with an auspicious and a drooping eye, mirth and funeral and dirge and marriage, in equal scales, weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we barred your better judgments, which have been freely given with this affair law, for all are theirs. And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us of some suit, Laertes. You cannot speak reason to the Dane and lose your voice. What wouldst thou beg, Laertes? That would not be my offer, not thy asking. The hand is not more native to the heart, the mind more instrumental to the mouth, than is the throne of Denmark to thy father. What wouldst thou ask, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave and favor to return to France, from whence, though willingly, I came to Denmark, to show my duty in your coronation. Yet, now I must confess that duty done, my thoughts and wishes bend again toward France, and bow to your gracious leave and authority.
Have you your father's leave? What says Claudius?
Have, my lord, run from me my slow leave by the labors of petition, and at last upon his will I sealed my heart consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine, and by thy best graces spend it at thyself. And now my cousin Hamlet, and my son.
Little more than kin, and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord, I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighty colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam, it is common.
If it be, why seems it so particularly?
Seems. Madam, nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my evening cloak, good mother, nor customary suits of solemn black, nor windy suspiration of forspread knoll, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor the dejected behavior of the visage. These are all forms, moods, shapes of grief that can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for their actions, that a man might play, but I have that within which passes show, these are the trappings and the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father. But you must know, your father lost a father. That father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some time to do auspicious sorrow. But to persevere in grief is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. It speaks to a will incorrect to heaven, a heart unfortified, a mind impatient, an understanding simple and unschooled. For what we know must be, and is as common as any vulgar thing that comes to pass. Why should we in our peevish opposition oppose it? Fie, 'tis a fault to heaven, a fault to nature, a fault against the dead, to reason most absurd. Whose common theme is death of fathers, and who hath still cried from this day to the day he died, this must be so. We pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe, and think of us as a father. For let the world take note, you are the most immediate to your throne. And with no less nobility of love that a dear father gives his son, do I impart to you. As for your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, it is
rank and gross in nature, possess it merely, that it should come to this. But 2 months, then. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king, so loving to my mother that he might not beteem the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth must I remember. Let me not think on it. Frailty, thy name is woman. A little month, or ere those shoes were old, with which she followed my poor father's body, my sheep, like Naomi, all tears, even she. Oh, God, we that once discourse of reason would have mourned longer, married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her galled eyes, she married! Almost wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous cheeks! It is not, nor it cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to your lordship.
I am glad to see you come. Horatio, or do I forget myself to say,
My lord, your poor service ever.
sir, my good friend, I'll change that name with you. What make you from Wittenberg, Horatio, Marcellus?
My good lord.
I'm very glad to see you. But what, in faith, make you for Wittenberg?
My disposition, good my lord.
I would not hear your enemies say so against yourself. I know you are no truant. But what is your affair in Elsinore will teach you to drink deep ere you depart.
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I prithee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
Great. Horatio, the funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. Oh, if ever I had met my dearest foe in heaven, or ever I had seen that day, Horatio, my father, methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. He was a goodly king.
He was a man. Take him for all in all. I shall not look upon his like.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father.
He's in your admiration for a while within a tent ear, till I may deliver upon the witnesses of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch, in the dead waste in the middle of the night, and thus encountered. A figure, like your father, armed at point exactly, cap a pied, appears before them, and with a solemn march goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walked, either oppressed in fear, surprised eyes, within his turn to his length will say, distilled almost to jelly, the act of fear, stand dumb and speak not to him. This is me in dreadful secrecy in part they did, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch, where, as they had delivered both in time, form of the thing, each word made true and good, the apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
Where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watch.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none. If once, methought, it lifted up its head and did address itself to motion, like as it would speak. But even then, the morning cock crew loud, and at the sound, it shrank and haste away and vanished from our sights.
It's very strange.
As I do live, my honored lord, 'tis true. We just think it's written down in our deeds to let you know it.
Hold you in the watch tonight.
We do, my lord. much amazed you. I will watch tonight, perchance to walk again. I warrant it well. I pray you all, if you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still. For if it assume my noble father's person, I will speak to it. And whatsoever else shall happen tonight, give it an understanding but no tongue. Our duty to your honor, and my loves to you. Upon the platform, betwixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you. Farewell. My father's spirit, in arms, all is not well. I would the night were come, till then sit still my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes.
My necessaries are embarked.
Farewell.
And, sister, as the winds give benefit and conveys assistant, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion, and a toy in fun, a violet in the youth of primate nature, forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of mint. No more.
No more, but so?
Think it no more. For nature, Crescent, does not grow alone in thews and bulk, but as this temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and soul grows wide withal. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil nor cobble doth besmirch the virtue of his will. But you must fear his greatest fate, his will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself, for on his choice depends the safety and health of this whole state. And therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and yielding of that body whereof he is the head. Then, if he says he loves you, if it's your wisdom so far to believe it, as he in his particular act and place may give his safety, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes the law. Then, weigh what loss your honor may sustain, if with too credent ear you list his songs. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection, out of the shot and danger of desire. Be wary then. Best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else fear.
I shall the effect of his good lesson keep, as watchment in my heart. But, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whiles, like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose apple down his treads, and recks not his own.
Oh, fear me not. I stay to him. But here my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second leave. Yet here, there it is, abroad, broad for shade. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail and your stay for. There, my blessing to thee, and these few precepts in thy memory. Look, thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Give each man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit as thy purse combine, but not expressed in fancy. Rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaimed for man. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both the self and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Go, my blessing season this in thee. Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord. The time invests you. Go, your servants tend. Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell. What is't, Ophelia, he hath said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Marry, well thought. Just told me he has very often of late given private time to you, and you yourself have of your audience been most free
doubtress. If it be so, as so 'tis put on me in that way of caution, I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly as to lose my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late, made many tenders of his affection towards me.
Tenders? You speak like a green blood unshaken in the perilous circumstances. Do you believe these tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Mary, I will teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you take these tenders in true pay which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, or, not to crack the wind of a poor phrase running thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, and then we're truly with love in honorable fashion.
Ah, fashion you may call it. Go to.
And have put credence to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Aye, syringes to catch woodcocks. I do know, when the blood burns, how prodigal the soul lends the tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, giving more light than heat, extinct in both, even in their promises it is making, you must not take the fire. From this time forward, be something scanter of your maiden presence. Set your entreatments at a higher rate than a command to parlay. For Lord Hamlet, believe so much in him that he is young, and with a larger tether may he walk than may be given you. In view of Ophelia, do not believe his vows, for they are brokers, not of that dye which their investment shows, but mere implorators of unholy suits, breathing like sanctified and pious bawds, the better to be God. This is for all. I would not, in plain terms, from this moment forth, have you so slander any moment leisure as to be words or talk of the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you, come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
Air bites.
Truly, it is very cold. It is a nipping and an eager air.
What hour now?
I think it likes the 12.
No, it is struck.
Indeed, I heard it not. Then draws near the season where the spirit tells us wont to walk.
What does this mean, my lord? The king doth wake tonight and takes his brows, keeps the sail, and the swaggering offspring reels. And, as he drinks his draughts of Rhenish down, the kettle drum and trumpet thus bray out the triumph of his pledge.
Is it a custom?
Aye, very it is, but to my mind, though I am to the native born, it is a custom more honored in the breach than the observance.
Look, my lord, it comes. Angels and ministers of grace defend us!
In I attempts wicked or charitable, thou comest in such questionable shape that I will speak to thee. I'll call thee king. Hamlet. Father, oh, answer me. Let me not burst in ignorance, but tell why thy canonized bones, person in death, have burst their cerements. Why the timeless sepulchre, wherein we saw thee quietly interred, hath oped his ponderous and marble jaws to cast thee up again. What does this mean? That thou, dead corpse, again in complete steel, revisits thus the glimpses of the moon, making night hideous, and we fools of nature so horridly to shake our disposition with thoughts beyond the reaches of our souls. Oh, say, wherefore hast thou come? What should we do?
Begging you to go away with it, as if it's some empowerment it desires you alone, but do not go with it.
It will not speak, and I will follow it.
Do not, my lord.
Why? What should be the fear? I do not set my life at a peon's fee, and as for my soul, what can it do to that, being a thing as immortal as itself?
What if
It
it
waves me forth again. Go on, I'll follow it.
What if it tempt you toward the flood, my lord? Or to the dreadful summit of the cliff that beetles o'er his base into the sea, and there assume some other horrible form which might deprive your sovereignty of reason and draw you into madness? Think of it! The very place puts poise of desperation without more motive into every brain that looks so many fathoms to the sea and hears it roar beneath.
It beckons me still Speak. I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast and fire, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house. I could a tale unfold, whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres. This eternal blazing must not be tears of flesh and blood. List, list, oh list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love, revenge is foul and most unnatural murder. Murder most foul, as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I, with wings as swift as meditation, or with the thoughts of love, shall sweep to my revenge.
I find the act. Now, Hamlet, here. 'Tis given out that, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a thwarted process of my death greatly increased. But no, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle!
I, that incestuous, that adulterous beast, with the witchcraft of his wits, with traitorous gifts won to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. But soft, methinks I scent the morning air, wreath let me be. Sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon, upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole the juice of cursed heaven and in a vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distillant, whose effect holds such an enmity in the blood of man, that swift as quicksilver, it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body, and with a sudden vigor, it doth beset and curd, like eager droppings into milk, the thin and wholesome blood. Thus was I, sleeping by a brother's hand of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off, even in the blossoms of my sin, unhoused, disappointed, unknelled, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible, horrible, most horrible. If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damning incest. Fare thee well at once. The glowworm shows the mate to be near and begins to pale his uneffectual fire. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Remember me.
Oh, you host of heaven! Oh, earth! What else and shall I go well? Hold my heart! And you, my sinews, grow not instant old, but bear me stiffly up. Remember me. Ah, thou poor ghost, whilst memory holds a seat in this distracted globe, remember thee. Yea, from the table of my memory, I'll wipe away all trivial, fond records. All songs, of looks, all forms, all pressures past in youth, and observation copied there. And thy commandment, all alone, shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven, oh, most pernicious woman, oh, villain, villain, smiling, dagger, villain! My tables, each it is, I set it down that one may smile and be a villain. At least, I am sure it may be so in Denmark. So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word. It is a due
a villain, dwelling in all of Denmark, but he's an errant knave. There needs no ghost, my lord, come from the grave to tell us this. Right, you are in the right, and so, without more circumstance at all, I hold it fit that we shake hands and part. You, as your business and desire, shall point you, for all men have business and desire in this world, such as it is. And for my own poor part, I will go pray.
These are but wild and whirling words, my lord.
I'm sorry I offend you. There's no offense, my lord. But there is, Horatio. And much offense, too, touching this vision is an honest ghost. But, my good friends, for you are friends, scholars, soldiers, grant me but one poor request.
What's that, my lord?
Never make known what you have seen here tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
Not I, my lord, in faith.
Upon my sword.
We have sworn, my lord, already.
Indeed. Upon my sword. Swear. Boy, art thou there, Troupe? Come on, gentlemen, you hear this fellow in the cellarage. Consent to swear. By my sword, swear never to speak of this that you have seen tonight. Swear. Oh. You can't weak way, then we'll shift our ground. Come, gentlemen, and lay your hands again upon my sword. Oath the oath, my lord. Never to speak of this that you have heard tonight. By my sword, this do swear. Swear by the sword. It's working you so fast! Day and night, wondrous strange. And therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that can be dreamt of in your philosophy. So, here, now, as before, never. So help you mercy. For howsoever all or strange I bear myself for, hereafter perchance I think it meets to put an antic disposition on you, at such time seeing me, never shall note that you know aught of me. This do swear. Swear. Rest, perturbed spirit. So, gentlemen, with all my love, I do commend me to you. And what so poor a man as Hamlet is may do it. Express his love and friending to you, God willing, shall not lack. But come, let's go in together. The time is out of joint. No cursed spite that ever I was born to set it right. Nay, come, let's go in together.
Give him this money and enjoy it, although.
I will, my lord.
You do marvelously wisely, although, before you make inquiries.
My lord, I did intend it.
Very well said. Very well said. Look you, sir. Inquire me first what dancers are in Paris, and how and who, what means, and where they keep, what company and what expense. And, finding by this encompassment and your depression that they do know my son, coming more near than your particular demands may touch it, take you as 'twere some distant knowledge of him, as thus, I know his father and his friends, and impart him. Do you mark it, Mother? Very well, my lord. And, sir, does he this? He does. What was I about to say? By the mass, I was about to say something. Where did I leave?
Act closes in the consequence, act the friend or so, and
Gentlemen, and closes in the consequence. Aye, Mary, he closes thus. will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property foredoes itself, and leads the will to desperate undertakings, as oft as any passion under heaven that can inflict our natures. I am sorry. What, have you given him any harsh word for it?
No, my lord, but as you did command, I did repel his letters and deny his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I am sorry that with better heed and judgment I had not caught him. I fear he did but trifle, then to wrack, but beshrew my jealousy. By heavens, it is as proper for our age to pass beyond ourselves and our opinions, as it is common for the younger sort to lack discretion. Come, go with me. This must be known, which, being kept close, may be more grief to hide than hate to utter love. Come.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, did we much fear long to see you? The need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so called it. Since the inward and the exterior man resembles what it was, what it should be more than his father's death, and swept him so far in his understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. Therefore, I entreat you both, being of so young days brought up with him, and so neighbor to his youth and behavior, that you vouchsafe your stay here at court, here for some little time, and by your company is drawn on to pleasures, so that you may gather on occasion all you may need, whether aught unknown to us afflicts him, that open lies within our remedies.
Good gentlemen, he hath much talked of you, and sure I am, two men there is not living to whom he more adheres. It would please you to show us so much gentry and goodwill as to expend your time with us a while, for the supply and profit of our hope. Your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Both your majesty's knights, by the sovereign power you have of us, to your dread pleasures, more into commands than to entreat.
But you both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bed, so let us show us freely at your feet. Thank you, Rosencrantz, and gentle Guildenstern.
Thank you, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz.
My good lord, the ambassadors from Norway are joyfully returned.
Thou still hast been the father of good news.
Have I, my lord? I assure my liege, I hold my duty as I hold my soul, both my God and my most gracious king. And I do think, or else this brain of mine has not betrayed a policy so sure as it had used to, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak on that. That I do long to hear. He tells me, dear Gertrude, that he has found the very head and source of all your son's distemper.
I doubt it is no other cause but the main, his father's death and our hasty marriage.
My liege, and now, to expostulate with majesty should be what duty is, what day, night, and time is time, we're nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I shall be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad, call I it, for to be nothing else but mad, you must define it. Let that go.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear, I use no art at all. That he's mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true. A foolish figure, but farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him then. And now remains for us to find the cause of this effect, or rather say, the cause of this defect. For the effect defective comes by cause. Thus it remains, and the remainder thus. Perfect. I have a daughter. Have what she is mine, who, in her duty and obedience, hath given me this. Now, gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. That's a poor phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase. You shall be. In her excellent white bosom, these
Say this from Hamlet to her.
Madam, stay a while. I will be faithful.
Doubt the stars of fire, doubt the sun doth move. Thou truest to be a liar, but never doubt my love. O dear Ophelia, I am ill of these numbers. I have not art to reckon thy groans, but that I love thee best. O most best, believe it. Thine evermore, whilst this machine is to him, O most dear lady, Hamlet.
This in her obedience hath my daughter showed me, and more, as his solicitings fell out by time and place and by nature, all given to mine ear.
But how hath she received his love?
What do you think of me?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. But what might you think, had I seen this hot love on the wing? What might you think, or your majesty, the queen here think, had I played the desk or table book, or looked upon this love with eyeless sight, and given my heart a winking, mute and dumb? What might you think? No, I went round to work, and thus my young mistress I did speak. Hamlet is a prince. Out with thy star, this must not be. And, this done, she took the fruits of my advice, and locked herself off from his resort, received no messengers, and admitted no tokens. And he, repelled, fell into sadness, then to a fast, thence to a watch, thence to a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension, into the madness where now he raves, as we all work for.
Do you think 'tis this? It may be very like.
I would fain know, as a been at a time, I had positively said 'tis so, when it proved otherwise.
Not that I know.
Take this from this, if this be otherwise. If there is a secret hid, I will find where it is hid, though it be hid within the center.
How may we try it further?
You know sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in this lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind the hours, then mark the encounter. If he love her not, and from this love is not fallen thereon, let me be no assistant to his state, but keep afar with martyrs.
We will try it.
But look where sadly the poor wretch comes breathing.
Away, I beseech you both, away. I will go presently. Or give me leave. How does my Lord Hamlet? Well, good faith. Do you know her, my lord?
Excellent. Well, you're a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Oh. And I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord?
Ah, sir. For to be honest, in this world, such as it goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
And should the sun breed maggots in a dead dog be your good? Yes, carry on. Have you a dog?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. For conception is a blessing, and as your daughter may conceive, friend, look to it.
I'll tell you by that. Still harping on my daughter. Yet he knew me not at first. He thought I was a fishmonger. He is far gone. And yet truly, in my youth, I did suffer much extremity for love very near this. I will speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words. Words.
Words. What is the matter, my lord?
Between whom?
I meant the matter that you read, my lord.
Oh. Slanders, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, their faces wrinkled, their eyes purging thick, amber and plum tree-like gum, and that they have a most plentiful lack of wit. These, together with most weak hams, all the which, sir, though I most potently and powerfully believe, think it not honesty to have it thus set down. But, sir, you could grow old as I am if you could, like a crab, go backwards.
Though this be madness, there is nothing in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Aye, that's out of the air. How potent sometimes his replies are. Happiness. What? My lord, I will take my leave.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything with which I would more willingly part with all. Except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Very well, my lord.
These tedious old fools.
You see the Lord Hamlet. There he is. God save you, sir. My honored lord.
My most dear lord.
Oh, my most excellent good my good friends, deserve at the hands of fortune that she sends you to prison hither.
Prison, my lord.
Denmark's prison.
We think not so.
Then 'tis none to you. There is nothing either good or bad. Thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison.
Why then your ambition makes it one. 'Tis too narrow for your minds.
Oh, I could be bound in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space were it not that I have bad dreams.
Dreams indeed are ambition. The very substance of the ambitious is merely the shadow of a dream.
Dream itself is but a shadow.
Truly, and I hold ambition of so airy and light a quality that it is but a shadow's shadow.
Then are our beggars' bodies and our monarchs and our outstretched heroes the beggars' shadows. I am most dreadfully tender. But in the mean way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord, no other occasion.
Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come, deal justly with me. Come, nay, speak.
What shall we say, my lord?
Anything but to the purpose. I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me. What say you? Nay, I have an eye of you. Gentlemen, if you love me, hold not off.
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you more. So shall your anticipation prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen won't know them. I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This excellent canopy, the air, look you, this grave or hanging firmament, this most majestical roof, fretted with golden fire, it appeareth nothing to me but a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is a man. A noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, forms, and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel. In apprehension, how like a god. Man delights not me, no, nor woman, neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh, then, when I said, man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what Lenten entertainment the players shall have of you. We coted them on the way, and hither are they here to offer you service.
He that plays the king shall be welcome, and his majesty shall have tribute on him. The adventurous knight shall use his target and foil. The lover shall not sigh gratis. The humorous man shall end his part in peace. The clown shall make those laugh whose lungs are tickle of a seer.
the ring. Masters, you are all welcome. We'll even to it, like French falconers, fly at anything we see. Come, we'll have a speech, straight. Come, a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, my lord?
I heard thee speak me a speech once, but it was never acted. Or if it was, not above once. For the play, I remember, pleased not the millions behavior of the general. It was an excellent play. It well digested in the scene, set down with as much modesty as cunning. I remember one said there were no salads in the lines to make the matter savory, nor no matter the phrase that might invite the author of affection, but called it an honest method. It's wholesome and sweet, and very much more handsome than fun. There was one piece in it I chiefly loved. It was Aeneas' tale to Dido thereabout of it, especially when he speaks of Priam's slaughter. If it live in your memory, begin at this line. A wandering fugitive, excluded from this land, he will return and add the topmost row of stones, cap these kin catastrophes. I therefore take my place as well. I shall be bold to die. No, 'tis not so. It begins with appearance. Now, is he total used, horridly tricked with blood of fathers, mothers, daughters, sons, baked and empasted with the parching streets that lend a tyrannous and damning light to their lord's murder, roasted with wrath and fire, and thus o'ersized with coagulate gore, with eyes like carbuncles, the hellish appearance old grandsire Priam sees. So proceed you.
For God, my lord, well spoken with good accent and good discretion.
Anon he finds him, striking too short at the Greeks, his antique sword, rebellious to his arm, lies where it falls, repugnant to command. Unequal match, pierce at Priam drives, enraged strikes wide, with the whiff and wind of his fell sword, the inert father falls. Then, since his Iliad seemed to feel this blow, with flaming top, stoops to his base, and with a hideous crash takes prisoner Pyrrhus' ear. For lo, his sword, which was declining on the milky head of Reverend Priam, seemed there to stick. So as a painted tyrant Pyrrhus stood, and like a neutral to whose will and matter did nothing. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler for the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of our law.
I prithee, say on. He's for a jig or a tale of bawdry, or he sleeps. Say on, come to Hector.
To suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing to end them. To die, to sleep no more, and I speak to say we end the heartache and thousand natural shocks the flesh is heir to. It is a consolation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's in the rub, for in that dream of death, just sleep, just may come when we've shuffled off this mortal coil, what he was thought.
Look, there's tears in his eyes. Prithee, no more. 'Tis well. I'll have thee speak out the rest of this soon. Good, my lord. Will you see the players well bestowed? Dost thou hear? Let them be well used, for they are the brief and abstract chronicles of our time. After your death, it were better you have had that epitaph than their report whilst you live.
My lord, I will use them according to your word.
Use them after your own honor, dignity.
Come, sirs.
Follow them, friends. We'll have a play tomorrow night. Dost thou hear me, old friend? Can you play the Mawr of Gonzaga?
Aye, my lord.
We'll have it tomorrow. You could, for a need, study a speech of some dozen or 16 lines that I would write and insert into it, could you not?
Aye,
round the stage with tears and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty and appall the free, confound the ignorant and amaze indeed the very faculties of eyes and ears, yet I, a dull and muddy-meddled rascal peak, like John a Dreams, unpregnant of my cause, and can say nothing. No, not for a king, upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Who calls me villain? Breaks my gait across, plucks off my beard, throws it in my face, tweaks my nose, gives me a line in the throat as deep as to the lungs. Who does me this? Swoons, I should take it. For it cannot be, but I am pigeon-livered, and lack the gall to make oppression bitter. Or else I should have fatted all the region kites with this slave's a fall. Bloody, body villain! Lecherous, treacherous, guileless, remorseless villain, oh vengeance! Why, what an ass am I? This is most grave, that I, the son of a dear father, murdered must, like a whore, unpack my heart with words, and to fall a cursing like a very drab stallion. Fire! About my brains. I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. For murder, though it hath no tongue, speaks with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players play out something like the murder of my father before my uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll tempt him to the quick. If he do blanch, I know my course. The spirit that I have seen may be a devil, and yea, the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape. And out of my weakness and my melancholy, as he is very potent with such spirits, abuses me to damn me. I'll have cause more relative than this. The play is the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
he will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty man just keeps aloof when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Did you essay him to any hobby?
Madam is so fellow that certain players we are out in the way of these told him, and there did seem him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are here about the court, and have already ordered, I think, this night to play before him.
'Tis most true, and he did beseech me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart. And it doth content me much to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him further edge, and push his purposes into these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he as 'twere by accident may hear our friend Ophelia. Her father and myself, lawful espials, will bestow ourselves so that, seeing unseen, we may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather from his behavior whether it be the affliction of love or no that he suffers for.
I shall obey you. As for your part, Ophelia, I hope that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope that your virtues bring him to his wonted way again. To both your honors.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, come here. Gracious so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book, that show of such an exercise may color your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this, 'tis too much proved, that with devotion suited and pious action, we do sugar o'er the devil himself.
Oh, 'tis too true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek, beauty to plastering art, is not more ugly to the thing it helps than is my deed to the painted word. Oh, heavy burden.
I hear him coming. Let's withdraw by the
be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Ah, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come? When we have shuffled off, this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and spurns the patient merit of the unworthy takes when he himself might his quiets make with a bare bodkin?
does make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought. And enterprises of greater pitch and moment with this regard their current to turn awry and lose the name of action. But stop. Fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honor this many day?
I humbly thank you. Well,
My lord, I have remembrance of yours that I have long and longed to deliver. I pray you now receive them.
no, not I never gave you up.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them, words of such good breath composed, has made the things more rich. Their perfume lost, take these again, for to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor, when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord,
Are you fair?
what means your lordship?
That if you be both honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Beauty, my lord, have better discourse than with honesty.
Aye, truly. The power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bond, and the force of honesty could translate beauty into his likeness. This for some time a paradox. Now the time leaves it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. For virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I love you not.
I was the more deceived.
That lead to a nunnery? Why shouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better that my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, and ambitious.
observe of all observers, quite down. And I, a lady's most intense and wretched, who sucks the honey of his music's mouth, now see the noble and most sovereign reason, its sweet bells jangle, of time, harsh, that unmatched form and stature of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me! To see what I see what I see.
Love? His affections do not have any taste, nor the way he spake, though it lacked form a little, was nothing like madness. There is something in his soul, whereupon his melancholy sits on brood, and I do doubt the hatch in the disclosed will be some danger, which for to prevent I have in quick determination thus set it down. He will with speed to England.
It shall be so. Yet I do believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. Hi now, Ophelia. You need not tell us what the Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please. But if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be ground, and I'll be placed so please you in the ear of all their confidence. If you find him not, to England send him, or find him where your ways I shall go.
Let this be so. Madness in great ones should not unwatched go.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you drippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, it was as leaf down criers spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand, but use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that would give it smoothness. For this. Oh, in Bryn's feet of soul, the ear of lustrous, berry-rigged, painted fellow, tear a passion to tatters, the very rags to split the ears of the groundlings who, for the most part, are incapable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. Pray you avoid it.
I warn your honor.
Be not too tame either, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action. For this, foredone, is to the purpose of playing, whose end was both at the first and now here, as it were, to hold a mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own image, scorn her own feature, and the very age and body of the time, his form and likeness. Now this were done, or come tardy off, though it make the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve the censure of the which one must, in your allowance, look to our way of whole theater of others.
I hope you performs that indifferently with us, sir.
Oh, reform it altogether. And let those who play your clowns speak no more but is set down for them. For there be of them that will themselves laugh, set upon so quantity of their spectators to make them laugh too. Though in the meantime some necessary question of the play then to be considered. That's villainous, and shows a sort of piteous ambition in the fool that uses it. Oh, make you ready. Oh, now, my lord, will the king hear this piece of work? one kennel, in one speech, then it is a damned ghost that we have seen. For my eyes will rivet to his face, and after both our judgments join together in censure of his seeming. Well, my lord, if you should steal articles of the plays playing in theatre detective, now I will pay with them. They're coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you a place.
How fares my cousin Hamlet?
Excellent. In faith of the chameleon's dish, I eat the air, promise crammed.
I have nothing in this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, nor mine. Sir, good my lord, you say you played at the university once. That I did, and was counted a good actor. What did you enact? I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed at the Capitol. Brutus killed me. It was a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf there. Be the players ready?
On, my lord, they say upon your patience. Come hither, my dear Hamlet, if I be.
Nay, good mother, here's medal more attractive. Oh, did you mark that? Lady, shall I lie me left? No, my lord. I mean my head upon your lap. Aye, my lord. Did you think I meant country?
I think nothing, my lord.
That's a fair thought to lie between maids' legs.
What is, my lord?
Nothing.
You are married, my lord.
Who
I, my lord.
Oh God, you're only jig maker. What should man do but to be married? Why, look you how cheerfully my mother looks when my father's died in 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord.
Oh, so long? Well then, let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suit of sables. Died 2 months ago. Oh heavens, and not forgotten yet. Then there's hope. A great man's memory will outlive his life half a year.
What means this, my lord?
Mary, it is a meeching malatio. It means mischief.
Polite to show and words the argument of the play.
Will know all by this fellow. The players cannot keep counsel. They'll tell everything we must know.
Will they love the showman?
I already showed that you will show them. Be not ashamed to show, for they'll not shame to tell you what it means.
You are not, you are not. I'll mark the play.
Is this a prologue or a posy or a ring?
It is brief, my lord.
As woman's love. Got it. I like this play.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Oh, she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense in it?
No, they do but jest. Poison in jest. There's no offense in the world.
What do you call the play?
The mousetrap. This play is the image of a murder done in Vienna. Gonzago is the Duke's name. His wife, Baptista, will know all anon. It is a knavish piece of work, but what of that? Your Majesty and we
him to his purgation would perhaps plunge him into more color.
Make it, my lord. Put your discourse into some frame and turn not so palely from my favor.
I obtain, sir, pronounce.
The queen, your mother, in great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
You are welcome.
Nay, good my lord, this discourse is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, I shall do your mother's commandment. If not, your pardon in my return shall be the end of my business.
I cannot, sir,
What, my lord?
make you a wholesome answer. My wit's diseased, but a good answer that I should make, you shall command, or, as you say, my mother. So, therefore, no more but to the matter, my mother, you say.
She says, your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration.
So wonderful a son that can so astonish a mother. But is there no sequel at the heels of this mother's admiration in part?
She desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed.
Shall obey, were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
And they're still like these pickers and stealers.
Good my lord, what is your cause of distemper? You do surely bar the door upon your own liberty if you do your griefs to your friends.
I, sir, lack advancement.
How can that be, when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark?
Aye, but while green grass grows, the proverb is something musty. Oh. The recorders, let me see one. To withdraw with you, sir. Why would you go about to recover the wind out of me as though you would put me into a toy?
My lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is too unmerited.
I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe?
I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
I have not the touch of it, my lord.
It is as easy as lying. Govern these ventages with your fingers and thumb. Give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, these are the stops.
These cannot add command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
Oh. Why? Look you how unworthy a thing you make of me. You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. You would pluck out the heart of my mystery. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And yet, with this little organ, there is much music, excellent voice, and cannot you make it speak? Do you think I am easier to be played upon than a pipe? You can fret me, but you cannot play upon me! God bless you, sir.
My lord, the queen would speak with you presently.
Do you see yonder cloud that's almost in the shape of a panther?
By the mask, she's very like a cat, indeed.
Methinks it is like a weasel,
It is back like a weasel.
or like a whale.
Very like a whale.
Then I will come to my mother, lie and fine. Fool me to talk of my beds. I will come,
I will say so.
by is easily said. So, friends, leave me. It is now the very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion into this world. Now could I drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look upon. But soft, now to my mother. I will speak daggers to her, but use none. My tongue and soul in this be hypocrites. By my words, howsoever she be shent, to give them seals, never my soul consent.
I like him not, nor stands it safe to let his madness reign. Therefore, prepare you. I, your commission, will forthwith dispatch, and you along to England with him. Our state may not endure hazards so great as doth hourly grow out of his brows. Arm you, I pray you, for this speedy voyage. We, the fetters, will put upon the spear, which now goes too free-footed.
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. I warrant she'll tax him home. And, as you said, wisely was it said, 'tis meet that some more audience than another, since nature makes them partial, to nor hear his speech on advantage. Very well. I'll call upon you ere I go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offense is right. It hath the title of this person on it, of brother's murder. Pray, can I not through inclination be as sharp as my will? My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. And like a man in double business bound, I stand and pause where I should begin in both neglect. What if this hand were thicker than itself in brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it clean as spring? Where too serves mercy but to confront the visage of the offense? And once in prayer but a twofold force to be forestalled ere we come to fall, or pardoned being down. Then I'll look up. My offense is past. But oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder? That cannot be, because I am still possessed of the effects for which I did the murder, my crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. Can one be pardoned and retain the offense? In the corrupted currents of our world, offenses yielded hand may shove past justice. This is often seen, wicked prize itself buys out the offense. But 'tis not so above. There is no shuffling. There we are bound to even the forehead and teeth of our actions. What then? What rests? Trial repentance can, what can it not? But what can it for one cannot repent? Oh, languid soul! Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom, black as death! Help, angels! Make a stay! Bow, stubborn knees, and heart as strong as the strings of steel, be as soft as the sinews of the newborn babes. All may be well.
Now might I do it. Pat now he is praying. So now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven. And so am I revenged. That would be scammed. A villain kills my father. And I, his sole son, do that same villain sent to heaven. Why, this is hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread. soul when he is fit and seasoned for his passage. No! Up, sword! Know thou more horrid edge. When he is drunk, asleep, or in a rage, or in the incestuous pleasures of his bed, at game, a swearing, or about some act that hath no relish of salvation in it, then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and his soul be as damned and harsh as hell whereto it goes. My mother stays. This physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
You will come presently. Look you, they hold you. Tell this prince that you brought to bear, and that your grace's screen is stood between much heat and him. I'll silence me even here. Pray you, be round.
Mother!
Oh, Lord, you fear me not. Withdraw, I hear him coming.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
I believe not so. You're the queen. Your husband's brother's wife. And what if we're not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, and sit you down. You go not, you shall not budge, till I set you up a glass wherein you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me, hello!
No!
What hast thou done?
Nay, I know not, 'tis with the king.
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this!
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
And kill a king!
Aye, lady, it was my word. Oh, wretched, rash, intruding fool. I took thee for thy better. Make thy fortune. Thou find'st to be too busy as self-nature.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Aye. Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as dicers' oaths. Oh, such a deed, as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Heaven stays, thus o'er this solidity and compound mass, when heated visaged as against the doom is not sick at the act.
I mean, what act that roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Heavy lies! Look here upon this picture. And all this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers, could you on this fair mountain leave the feed and batten down the Mawr? Have you eyes? You cannot call it love. For at your age, the heyday of the blood is tame, it's modest, and it waits upon the judgment. And what judgment could step from this to this? These gods and form conjoined, preaching to stones, could make them capable. Do not look upon me! Lest, with this piteous action, you convert my stern effects, and what I will have to do will watch for uncommon tears, perchance for blood. To whom do you speak this? Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all. Yet all that is I see.
Nor did you nothing hear?
Nothing but ourselves!
I look you hobbits years away. My father, in his habit as he lived, look where he goes now out of the portal.
This is the very coinage of your brain. Claudius' creation ecstasy is very cunning.
Ecstasy. My heart is yours, doth temperately keep time and makes as healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Repent what's past. Avoid what is to come, and do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them ranker. Forgive me this, my virtue. Virtue itself a vice, a sordid man.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Oh, throw away the worser part of it, and live the pure with the other half. Good night. But go not to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue, if you have it not, and this will lend a sort of easiness to the next abstinence, the next more easy. For use may almost change the stamp of nature. For this sake, Lord, I do repent. Though heaven itself has pleased to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister. One more word, good lady.
What shall I do?
Not this, that I by no means bid you do. To make you ravel all this matter out, that I essentially am not in madness, but mad in craft. 'Twere good you let him know of it, for who? That's but a queen fair, sober, wise, would for a bat, a paddock and jib, such dear concernings, hide who would do so.
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath and breath of life, I have no words to breathe what thou hast said to me.
I must to England, do you know that?
'Tis so concluded on.
There's letters sealed, and my two schoolfellows, who I will trust as adders' fangs, they bear the mandate, and will sweep my way in harsh deed and knavery. Let it work. This man will send me packing. Good night, indeed, lover. I'll lock the guts into the neighbor room. This counselor who was, who is, now most still, most secret, and most brave, that was in life a foolish, prating knave. Come, sir, draw towards an end with you. Good night, mother.
Oh, my own Lord, what have I seen tonight?
But Gertrude, how does Hamlet?
Out in the sea, and when they both contend which are mightier. In his lawless fit, hearing something behind the air stir, whips out his rapier, cries, "A rat! A rat!" and in this brainish apprehension kills the unseen good old man.
Oh, heavy deed. It had been so with us had we been there. His liberty is full of threats to all, to you, yourself, to us, to everyone. Alas, how shall this bloody deed be answered? Where is your son?
He hath gone to draw apart the body he hath killed, over whom his madness, like some ore of metal's base, shows itself pure. He weeps for what is done.
Oh, Gertrude, come away. The sun shall no sooner the mountains touch with people shivering hands. Ho, Guildenstern! Go seek him out. Speak there and bring the body into the chapel. I pray you, haste in this. Oh, come away. We'll call upon our wisest friends and tell them both what we mean to do and what's untimely done. Whose whisper o'er the world's diameter transports a poison shot may miss our names and hit the woundless air. Oh, come away. My soul is full of discord and dismay.
Thick and stone.
Hamlet! Lord Hamlet!
Thus, what noise falls on Hamlet?
What have you
Oh,
done?
here they come.
What have you done, my lord, with the dead body?
Compounded it with dust, whereto 'tis kin.
You must tell us where 'tis, that we may take it thence and bear it to the chapel.
Do not believe it.
Believe what?
That I can keep your counsel and not mine own. Besides, to be demanded of a sponge, what replication is to be made by the son of a king?
Take you me for a sponge, my lord.
I, sir, that soaks up the king's countenance, his authorities, and rewards. But such officers do the king less service in the end. He keeps you like an ape, an apple in the corner of his jaw, first mouthed to be the last swallowed. When he needs what he has gleaned from you, it is but squeezing you. And sponge, you shall be dry again.
I understand you not.
I'm glad of it. A knavish speech sleeps in a foolish ear.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is and go with us to the king.
The king is with the body not with the king. The king is a thing! A thing, my lord! Of nothing. Bring me to him. I fox and all after.
I have sent to seek him and to find the body. How dangerous is it that this man goes loose, yet we will put the strong law on him. He is loved of the distracted multitude, who like not by their judgment, but by their eye. Where it is so, the offender's scourge is waived, but never their offense. To bear all smooth and even this sudden sending him away seem deliberate plots. Diseases desperate, groaned by desperate, or relieved, or none at all. If the love I hold for you at aught, thou mayest not coldly set her sovereign process, by letters congruing to the effect of the death of Hamlet. Do it, England, for like the hectic in my blood he rages, and thou must cure me, till I know it is done. However, mayhaps, my joys will never begin.
I do not know why yet I live to say this things to do. So thy cause and will and strength and means to do it. Examples, gross as earth, exhort me. Witness, disarm me. Such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince whose spirit with divine ambition pumped makes mouths at the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare. Even for nature. Rightly to be great does not disturb without great arguments, but greatly find quarrel in the straw when honors at stake. How say I, then, that our father killed, on a stain, excitements, my reason, my blood? I let all sleep. Well, to my shame, I see the imminent death of 20,000 men, the poor fantasy and the trick of fame go to them praise of beds, fight for blood, run numbers, cannot try the cause, which is not human enough, or continent to hide the slain. No, from this time forth, my thoughts be blame, or nothing worth.
I will not speak of her. It is importunate, indeed distract from who needs me. What would she have? Her speech is nothing, yet the unshapen use of it doth move the hearers to collection. They aim at it and notch the words that fit their own thoughts. 'Twere good she were spoken, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding minds.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now?
How now? What hath befallen?
Where the dead body is bestowed, my lord, you cannot get from him.
But where is he?
Without, my lord, guarded to know your pleasure.
Bring him before us.
Ho! Bring in the lord.
Now, Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper,
At supper. Where?
not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A certain congregation of politic worms are eaten at him. Your worm is your only emperor for diet. We fat all creatures else to fat us, and we fat ourselves for maggots. That's the end. Alas, alas. A man may fish with the worm and eat of a king, and eat of the fish that have fed of that worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Nothing, but to show you how a king may go a progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven. Send thither to seek him out. And if your messenger find him not there, look for him in the other place yourself. But if indeed you find him not within this month, you will notice him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go, seek him there.
He will stay till you come.
mother. Come, for England!
Fall at foot. Tempt him with speed aboard, delay it not. I'll have him hence tonight. Away! For everything is sealed and done that this affair attends. I pray you, make haste. And England, if the law thy warrior art, thou mayest not coldly set our sovereign process by letters congruent to the effect of the death of Hamlet. Do it, England, for like the hectic in my blood he rages, and thou must hear me, till I know it is done. However, my haps, my joys will never begin.
I do not know what yet I live to say these things to do. To thy cause, and will, strength, and means to do it. Example throws in earth, exhort me, witness, this army, such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince whose spirit with divine ambition puffed, makes mouths of the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare. Even for an eggshell. Rightly, to be great does not start without great arguments, but rarely find quarrel in a straw when honors on the same house and high. Then, when a father killed, a mother stayed, excitement of my reason, my blood, I am not asleep. Well, to my shame, I see the imminent death of 20,000 men for a fantasy and a trick of fame. Go to the crazy fence, fight for a plot, run the numbers, cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough or continent to hide this light up. From this time forth, my not be bloody or nothing worth.
I will not speak with her.
She is importunate to meet this draft for no belief.
What would she have?
Her speech is nothing, yet the unshapen use of it doth move hearers to collection. They aim at it and notch the words that fit their own thoughts. 'Twere good she were spoken to, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding minds.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
Come now, Ophelia.
How should I your true love know from another one? By his cockle hat and staff, and his sandal shod.
Last we made what imparts the song.
Say you? Nay, pray you, mark. He is dead and lady. He is dead and gone. At his head a grass green turf. At his foot a self-made Ophelia. Pray you, mark. White his shroud as the mountain snow, laurel with flowers, that he wept to the ground did go, with true love showers.
How do you, pretty lady?
They say the owl is the baby's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but we are not what we make. God damn this table.
She's upon the thought.
think they would lay him in the cold ground. My brother will know of it. And so I thank you for your good counsel. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night.
Never could watch Horatio, I pray you. Oh, this is the poison of deep grief, all springing from her father's death, and now behold. Oh, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not in single spies, but in battalions. First your father slain, next your son gone, and he though an author of his just ruin. People muddy, thick and unwholesome in their thoughts and whispers for good Polonius' death. We have done but greenly and hungermonger to intern them. Oh, poor Ophelia! Divided from herself and her fair judgment, without poetry or pictures or mere beasts.
What noise is this?
Attend, where are my Switzers? Let them guard the door.
Where is this king?
Oh, that fine
Give me my father! Publicly! That drop of blood that's called proclaims me bastard!
What is the cause, Laertes? Why is thy rebellion so giant-like? Let him go, Gertrude.
Do not fear our person, for divinity doth hedge a king that treason keeps little to what it was, acts little of its will. Tell me, Laertes, why art thou so incensed? Let him go, Gertrude. Speak, man!
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
What a demand is filled.
How can you dead? I am not. Let come what comes, only I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
I will stay you then.
My will, not all the world. As for my means, a husband them so will, they shall go far with me.
Good Laertes, if you desire to know the certainty of your father's death, 'tis written your revenge, that, swoop's sake, you will know friend and foe, winner and loser. None but his enemies. Will you know them then?
To his good friends thus wide all of my arms, for past them with my blood.
Why? You speak like a good child, and a true gentleman. That I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensibly in grief for it, would appear as level with your judgment as daylight doth your eye.
Let her remain!
How now? Who notices that?
You must sing a down, a down. And you, call him a down now. Oh, how the wheel becomes him. It is a false steward that stole his master's letter.
This nothing is more than that.
Is Rosemary? That's no remembrance. Are you? Love? Remember? Here's Candy. That's the thought.
A documented madness, thoughts and remembrance fitted.
There's spell for you, and Columnine. There's guilt for you, and there's love for me. They call it early grace on some days. You must swear your room with indifference. There is a thing. I could give you some violence, but they wither all my father died!
to a public count I may not tend. Is the great love the general gender bear to them, who, dipping his faults in their affections, would, as the spring that turneth wood to stone, convert his lives to graces, so that my arrows, too slightly tempered for so strong a wind, revert to my bow again, and not to where I have aimed them.
So have I, a noble father, lost a sister driven into desperate terms. But my revenge will come.
Lose not your sleeps for that. You must not think we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our beards be shook and call it pastime. You shortly shall hear more. I loved your father, and we love ourselves, and that, I hope, will teach you to imagine that. How now? What news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this is the queen.
From Hamlet? Who brought them?
Sailors, my lord, they say. I saw them not. They were given me by Claudio. He received them of him that brought them.
Laertes, you shall hear of these. Leave us. What does this mean? Are all the rest come back, or is this some abuse and nothing further?
Know you the hand?
'Tis Hamlet's character.
Let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart that I shall live and tell him to his teeth. Thus didst thou.
If this be so, Laertes, then how shall it be so? How otherwise? Will you be ruled by me?
Aye, my lord. So you will not rule me to a peace.
To thine with peace. Hamlet returned as seeing from his voyage, and if he plans not to undertake it further, I will work him to an exploit. Now ripen my devices where he shall not choose but fall. As for his death, no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled. But rather, if you could devise it so that I might be the organ.
It falls right. You have been talked of since your travels much, for a skill wherein they say you shine.
What part is that, my lord?
Your rapier. 'Tis sworn to be a sight indeed if one could match you. Now out of this.
What out of this, my lord?
Laertes, was your father dear to you? Are you like a painting of sorrow, a face without a heart?
Will I ask you this?
Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to prove yourself your father's son in deed, more than in words?
To cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed should murder sanctuaries. Revenge should have no bounds. But tell me, good Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chambers. Hamlet returned will hear you come home. Bring you in 5 together and place a wager on your heads. He, being remiss, most generous, and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, so that with ease, or with a little shuffling, you can choose a sword unbaited and requite him for your father.
I will do it. And for that purpose, I'll accompany my sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank, so mortal that but dip a knife in it. Where it draws blood, no cataclysm so rare, collected from all symbols that have virtue under the moon, can save the thing from death that is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I call him slightly, it may be death.
Let's further think on this, weighing what convenience of time and matter may make our shape. If this should fail and our drift sees through our bad performance, 'tis better not essay. Therefore, this plan should have a second or a backing that may hold if this should last improve.
heels so fast they follow. Your sisters drowned Laertes. There's a willow that grows askant the brook that shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There are fantastic garlands did she make of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. The little shepherd's gonna birth her name, but our cold days do dead man's fingers call them. There, on coronet boughs, her pendant weeds, clamoring to hang in envious sliver broke. And down her weedy trophies and herself fell into the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid like a while they bore her up. During which time she chanted snatches of old gods like one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and doomed to that element. Still, long it could not be, to let her garments, heavy with their drink, hold the poor wretch from melodious lay to mud death. She is drowned. Drowned! Drowned!
Too much of water hast thou.
Poor Ophelia. And therefore, I forbid my tears. But yet it is our trick. Nature her custom holds, let shame stay away from them. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have speech of fire that fain would blaze. But this folly drowns it. Let's follow Gertrude. Oh, how much I had to do to quell his rage. Now I fear this may give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day. All in the morning, the time. And I have made at your window to be your Valentine. Got this fellow no feeling of his business. He sings in grave making.
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
'Tis even so, the hand of little employment hath the danger of sense. When last you tumbled me, you promised me to wed, and what I had done by understand, if thou hadst not come to my bed. That skull had a tongue in it, and could sing once.
Oh, how the knave jowls it to the ground as 'twere Cain's jawbone who did the first murder. Why, this may be the pate of a politician that this ass now overreaches. One who might circumvent God, would it not?
Might, my lord.
Or of a courtier, who could say, "How dost thou, my sweet lord? Good morrow, my sweet lord." Why, this may be my lord such a one that praised my lord such a one's horse when he went to beg it, could it not?
Aye, my lord.
And now my lady word that is shackles and knocked out hazard, sexton spade.
Here's fine revolution. And we had the trick to see it. There's another. Why may this not be the skull of a lawyer? Where be his quiddities now, his quilities, his cases, his tenures, and his trips? Why does he suffer this mad knave to knock him about the sconce with a dirty shovel, and will say nothing of his action of battery? Why, this fellow, in his time, could be a great buyer of land, with his statutes, his recognizances, his fines, his double vouchers, and his recoveries. Is this the fine of his fines, and the recovery of his recoveries to have his fine cake full of fine dirt? His vouchers vouch him no more of his purchases than the length and breadth of a pair of indentures. The very conveyances of his lands could scarcely lie in this box. It is the inheritor himself to have no more.
On a jot more, my lord.
It's not parchment made of sheepskins.
I, my lord, have skin too.
They are sheep and calves that seek out assurance in that. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, sir?
Mine, sir.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
You lie out on it, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it to be in it and say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick, therefore thou liest.
Tis a quick lie, sir. 'Twill away again from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
No man, sir.
What woman, then?
We're not having
Who is to be buried in it?
one that was a woman, sir. But rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute this knave is. We must speak by the car. Equivocation will undo us. My lord, Horatio, I have this 3 years took note, and the age has grown so picked that the heel of the courtier comes so near the toe of a beggar that he galls his time. How long have you been a grave digger?
Of all the days in the year, I came to it they are last seen Hamlet overcame Bryn.
How long is that since?
How do you tell that? Every fool can tell that. Was that same day young Hamlet was born? He that is mad and sent to England.
Ah, Mary, why was he sent into England?
To recover his wits. Or if he did not, 'tis no great matter there. Why? 'Twill not be seated from there. In England, men are as mad as he.
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How strangely?
He will lose his wits.
Upon what ground?
Why, here in Denmark.
How long may a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
If he be not run before he die, he will ask you some 8 year or 9 year. A tanner will ask you 9 year.
Why he more than another?
Why, sir? His hide is so tanned with this trade that it will keep out water a great while, and your water is a sore decayer of your poor son dead body.
foolish thing. To this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. Really, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Do you think Alexander looked on this fashion of the earth?
Even so.
It's not so.
Even so, my lord.
What base uses we return, Horatio? Why did not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander until they find it stuck in a bunghole?
Or to consider too curiously to consider so.
No. In faith, not a jot. But to follow him thither. With as much modesty or likelihood to lead it as does. Alexander died. Alexander was married. Alexander returned to dust. The dust is of earth, and to earth we make home. And of that home whereto he was converted, may we not find him stopping a beer barrel? Imperious Caesar, dead and gone to clay, may stop a hole to keep the wind away. Oh, that earth, which kept the world in awe, should catch a wall to expel winter's flaw. Come, the king, the queen, the courtiers, and all others, who is this they follow? Catch me a while and mark. What ceremony else? That's Laertes, a very noble youth. Mark. What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far enlarged as we have warranted. Her death is doubtful.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. We should profane the service of the dead, to say that earthly and such rest as her, as to peace-parted souls.
Later in the earth.
From America, she may violet spring.
I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall my sister be when thou liest howl.
What? The fair Ophelia! Sweet, sweet.
Farewell. I hope thou should have been my Hamlet's bride. I thought thy bride bed to have death, sweet maid, strewed thy grave.
Oh, treble woe. Fall 10 times treble on that cursed head whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Wilt thou fear us a while, till I have conquered once more in mine arms? No higher dust, quick and dead, to love this flattering mountain. Why Aylesbury bears such an emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars and makes them stand like wonder-wounded hearers. Stands high, Hamlet the Dane!
The devil take thy soul!
others with their quantity of love could not make up my sum. What will thou do for her?
Oh, he is mad, Leontes. The love of God forbear him.
Try what thou do. Would weep, would fight, would fast, would dare thyself, I'll do it. And if thou prate of madness, let them throw millions of acres on us, yea, be married quick with her, and so will I. Then we may singe his paint across the burning zone, I'll rant as well as thou.
This is mere madness, and also while the fit will work on him. Not as patience looking ill dumb on her golden couplets are exposed to silence was a drooping.
Servant, why do you use me thus? I would have loved you ever, but it is no matter. Hercules himself do what he may. Cat will mew, dog will have his day.
Give us good watch, Horatio, I pray you. Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech. We'll put the matter to the present push. Set some watch upon your son, Gertrude. This grave shall soon have a living monument. An hour of quiet we will shortly see. Till then, in patience, our proceedings be.
So much for that, sir. Now shall you know all the other. You do remember all the circumstance.
Remember it, my lord.
About my heart, there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. There's a divinity that shapes our ends, rough hew them how we will. That is most certain. Up from my cabin, I seized down, scarfed about me in the dark, groped I to find out them. Had my desire, fingered their packet, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold my fears, forgetting manners, to unfold their grand commission, where I found Horatio a royal knavery, an exact command that on the supervise no leisure baited, no, not to say the grinding of the axe thy head should be struck on. It's possible. Here's the commission. Read it at more leisure. But, wilt thou hear how I did proceed? Aye, good my lord. Be it thus, the netted round with villainies, or I could begin On the view and knowing of its contents, he should those bearers put to sudden death.
No Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to it.
Why, man, they are not near my conscience. Their defeat does by their own insinuation grow.
Why, what a king is this? It must be surely known to him from England what is the issue of the business there.
It will be short. The interim's mine, and of a man's life no more than just say one. But I am very sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For by the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his. But I will court his favors. I'm sure the bravery of his grief put me into a towering passion.
Peace, who comes here?
My lord, His Majesty sends to know if your pleasure holds to play with Laertes or if it will take longer time.
I am constant to my purposes. If his fitness speaks, mine is ready now or whensoever, provided I be so able as now.
The king and the queen and all are coming down.
In a happy time,
The queen desires you to use some gentle entertainment to Laertes before you fall to play.
she well instructs me.
You will lose, my lord.
I do not think so. Since you went to France, I have been in continual practice.
Yea, good my lord.
I will win at the odds. But thou wouldst not know how ill all's here at
You will lose, my lord. If your mind is like anything, obey it. I will forestall the repair there and say you are not fit.
Thou wilt. We defy augury. There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. Since one man knows not what he leads but hides, let be.
Come, Hamlet. Come, take this hand from me.
Sir, give me your pardon, for I have done you wrong. And in this presence, you must needs have heard how I am punished with a sore distraction, so pardon it, as you are gentlemen. Was it Hamlet wronged Laertes? Never, Hamlet. When Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he's not himself does wrong Laertes, then Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it, then? His madness. If it be so, then Hamlet is of the faction that is wrong. His madness is for Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming from a purposed evil free me.
I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should serve most to my fortune. But in my terms of honor I stand. And will no reconcilement shall by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice and precedent of peace
or frankly play? Come on, give us the foils. Come, one for me. I'll be your foil, Laertes. In mine ignorance, your skill shall strike off fiery indeed, like a star in the darkest night.
Mock me, sir.
No, I assent.
Give them the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, do you know the wager?
Very well, sir. Your grace has laid the odds on the weaker side.
I do not know. I have seen you both, but since he is better, we have therefore odds.
This is true. I see another. This likes me well. These foils have all a link.
Aye, my lord. Set me the stoops of wine upon the table. If Hamlet gives the first or second head, the king shall drink Hamlet's better breath. And in this cup an union shall grow stronger than that of 4 successive kings of Denmark. Come, begin. And you, the judges, bear a wary eye.
It's a very palpable head.
Hamlet, this pearl is thine. To Hamlet's better health!
I'll thank you doctors who set it by on. Come!
Come, Hamlet, take my napkin, wipe thy brows. The queen crowns to thy portion, Hamlet.
Do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is poison. It is too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam, by and by.
Wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll take him now.
I think it not.
And yet it is almost against my conscience.
Come, for the third, Laertes. You do but dally. I pray you pass with your best violence, for I'm afeard you make a wanton of me.
Say you so. Come on.
thy hand, unbaited and envenomed. Foul practice hath turned itself on me, lo! Here I lie,
never to rise again. My mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame. The fourth, and venom too well now to my foot.
Oh, you defend me, friends, I am but hurt.
You have concession us, murderers. Damn it, day, drink all this potion. He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me. Noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's debts come not on me, nor mine on me. Heaven, make thee free of this. I follow thee. I am dead. Horatio, thou livest. You that look pale and tremble, who are but mutes or audience to this act, had I but time, I would tell you
Good night, sweet prince. Flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Why does the drum come hither? What is it you would see? If aught of woe or wonder ceased your search, the sight is dismal. The ears are senseless that should give us hearing to tell him his commandment is fulfilled, that broken graves and guilty stern are dead. Where should we have our thanks? Not from his mouth. Had the ability of life to thank you, he never gave commandment for their death. Since, so jump upon this bloody question, you from the Polack wars, and you from England, are hereby to give order that these bodies, high on a stage, be placed with you. And let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody acts, of accidental judgments, casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause, and in this upshot purposes mistook, fallen on the inventor's heads. All this can I truly deliver, and call the noblest to the audience. Me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some rights of memory in this kingdom.
Who's there? Nay, answer me. Stand and unfold yourself. Long live the king, Bernardo. He, you come most carefully upon your hour. 'Tis past 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco. For this relief much thanks. 'Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at heart. Have you kept quiet, guard? Not a mouse stirring. Well, good night. If you do see Horatio and Marcellus, the rivals of my watch, bid them make haste. I think I hear them. Stand Hope, who is there?
Friends to this ground, and liegemen to the day.
Give you good night.
Oh, farewell, honest soldier.
Why, how now? Is Horatio there?
A piece of him.
Welcome, Horatio.
What? Has this thing come again?
I have seen nothing.
Horatio says, is but our fancy, and will not let the weak take hold of him. Therefore, I have entreated him along with us tonight, that if again his apparition come, we may open our eyes and speak to it. Will not come!
Sit down a while, and let us once again ascend your ears that are so fortified against our story.
Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of this thing.
Last night of all, when yon same star that's westward of the pole had made his course to illumine that part of heaven where it now burns. Marcellus and myself, the bell then beating one,
Please break me off. Look where it comes again.
the same figure like the king that's dead.
Speak to it, Horatio.
Looks he not like the king? Mark it, Horatio.
It would be spoken to. Question it.
Horatio. You tremble and look pale.
Good now. Sit down and tell me. He that knows.
If thou hast sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done, taste me, sweet and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country straight, the academy for knowing may have done all speak. Or if thou hast some hoarded in thy life, extorted treasures from the womb of the earth, for which they say you spare of want and death, speak of it! Say and speak! And it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. Look, Mawr and russet mantle clad walks o'er the dew of yon high eastward hill.